All right, Play with Matches is back.
Hi.
Guess what just happened, you guys? Okay. Now we're going to talk about the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively case because the case got dismissed and now there is a new fight developing. They are both not done with their cases, okay? They're fighting back. New Baldoni lawsuit, new Blake Lively situation. And as we do sometimes, we just started talking and then we ended up talking for 16 minutes straight without even addressing the case, okay, at all.
If you're new here, welcome to our channel.
Yeah. And so I realized, I'm like, this is actually kind of like a hot topic. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start over. And then this, like, the 15, 16 minutes we started is going to be the second half of the video. So when you hear us go, hey, guys, that's the original. Yeah, that's where we originally started. And you can laugh to yourselves at how we didn't get to, like, I have 3 articles queued up. We got to 1 sentence. From the first one in 16 minutes, dude.
It's kind of our thing.
It is our thing.
So, without further ado,
let's jump into it because check it out, guys. The Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively legal fight isn't over yet.
Dun, dun, dun.
And this is coming obviously on the heels of Justin Baldoni having his a lot of his lawsuit just completely dismissed. Mm-hmm. Now, check this out, okay? I want to just tell you this before we actually start reading about, like, because I want to tell you how I understand the basis of this case being dismissed because, we're all going to learn a little bit together.
When cases are dismissed, the judge is just like, there's nothing here. No.
It's dismissed. The case is over.
Okay.
But in this, I think that they're gonna refile it. But as I understand it, the reason that this got dismissed is because Blake Lively's team said that Justin Baldoni filing this defamation lawsuit against them is illegal because there's a law that protects women who accuse men of sexual assault or sex crimes against any kind of lawsuit, which would be
probably is
repercussions. Now, if you actually think about that, and this is what was used, and this would be legal basis, what this would mean is that any woman can completely lie, make up anything she wants, and no matter how red-handed she gets caught, there is no civil case coming back the other way. Because Blake Lively's caught, right? Yeah. Like, she's caught. Everybody, like, she's caught. And do not let anyone convince you otherwise based on the outcome of this case. She's caught. She lied. She 100% lied. Everybody knows it.
It's true. I mean, it's if this is true, if this is why it was thrown out, one of those laws that was put in place trying to do a good thing, protect women, but then you have the Blake Lively's of the world who find the loophole, or probably her lawyers. I guarantee she didn't figure that out, but her lawyers figured that out. Sad. Very sad.
And honestly, just to reiterate things we've talked about in other videos, the reason she filed this is because Stephanie Jones, the PR lady, stole her former employee's phone and saw a joke between Justin Baldoni and his new PR chick, which was her old one, and another person, where they joked about having been responsible for an article that was saying, you know, Blake Lively's kind of a bitch. And they were like, and they're all, man, we could take down anyone. It was a joke. And so they went scorched earth and made fake accusations against Justin Baldoni, allegedly. Anyway, but let's hear what's going on here.
Okay.
And by the way, if you guys have not subscribed to our channel,
do that.
I was going to say shame on you, but do that is probably a more enticing thing.
Yes,
you know,
please.
And definitely tell us what you think, because we will respond. We respond to every single comment always.
We really,
as long as they're nice.
Well, some videos get like crazy, and as much as I want to reply to all of them, it gets a little difficult. But we really try to.
If you're an asshole, you will notice, like on my channel, that in some cases is a good way to get a response. Like, you might just catch me at the wrong time where I'm in a bad mood and I see it and I'm like, oh, is that right? It's a very bad one in this case because Gabrielle is the one who is actually typing and responding, and she will not respond to people who are just being dicks for no reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's do this thing. So while Justin Baldoni's suit against Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, has been dismissed, she isn't done fighting her claims against her. It ends with us, director and co-star, and Baldoni isn't done fighting back. By the way, so backdrop, she dropped 2 of her primary claims the week before his side got dismissed, which was essentially the end of her lawsuit because the Baldoni side requested her medical records to demonstrate that she had in fact suffered mental duress and emotional, whatever.
Right.
Like this, and she's like, no, we're not going to supply that. Why would he need that? And the judge is all, okay, well, if you're saying this, you need to supply that. They're all, that's fine. We'll just drop him.
Oh.
So she just dropped him.
Okay.
Which really makes you think maybe not so much with the emotional duress, if you have no proof of it.
Or didn't seek professional help. I don't know that I would seek professional help, but sure.
So that's what happened the week before. And then the following week is when the judge dismissed the majority of his claims. So maybe the judge is just all, look, you two fucking babies.
Knock it off, you two.
Hey, you fucking babies. The thing is, though, is like they really did destroy Justin Baldoni's career. You know what I mean? Well.
Or did they? He's getting an awful lot of press.
Yeah, it's true.
I wonder what this has done for the movie sales.
Oh, the movie's crushed it. The movie had already crushed it.
I wonder if it spiked again.
I would imagine. Well, you saw it on Netflix, right?
Yes.
That means Netflix had already bought the rights to it. So Netflix is like, yes, yeah, fight,
keep going,
fight.
Yeah.
Michael Gottlieb, the attorney representing Lively in her civil sexual harassment and retaliation lawsuit against Baldoni, told CNN the actress intends to continue pursuing her lawsuit against Baldoni. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking bitch. That's amazing, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's what I would say too if I was her. But wow. So in a conversation with Jake Tapper on Monday, Gottlieb said Lively is determined to see her claims through and to pursue them to have the full public accountability of what she's alleging happened to her. Yeah, I think we've already done that because we saw the videos, dude. Like, hey, I think we are clear on what happened because you said that during the birth scene that he brought in some creep guy who was like that's just one of his friends off the street, and they were like, look at her vagina.
Wait, really?
Look at her vagina. And it was like, the guy came out, he's like, I'm a Broadway actor who here's my resume. Nothing that you're saying about this entire situation is true. Then they had brought in other people, all the people on set. They're like, nothing she said here is true. This is all lies,
Awkward.
And then also, of course, there was the, when we were filming the scene of us dancing together, he went in for a blah, blah, blah. Then he did blah, blah, blah. Then he did blah. They're all, here's the video. Everyone's all, yep, that's a lie.
That's not what happened.
That's a lie. His statement came after the judge dismissed Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, as well as their publicist. He also dismissed a separate claim from Baldoni against the New York Times, who first reported Lively's allegation. I cannot believe they did that, dude. That's what I'm saying. Where is Candace? Candace, I want to hear you rant on this.
Yeah.
Gottlieb added that the power couple feels vindicated by the ruling, as well as grateful to the individuals and organizations that have stood by Miss Lively as she's pursued these claims. Hey, who's that exactly? Hey, who stood by you? Aside from Ari, who's your manager.
Her dragons.
No.
One dragon.
One dragon threw her to the wolves.
That's
but
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
that's
Taylor
don't know
Swift.
that reference.
And I'm not sure though, dude, because look at this. Okay, look at this. Lively to subpoena Scooter Braun in latest legal move after Justin Baldoni lawsuit dismissed. Okay,
who's Scooter?
That's Taylor Swift's enemy. So Braun has notably been long embroiled in legal battles with Lively's friend Taylor Swift. So now all of a sudden she's bringing this actually could be against Taylor. I wonder what that is actually. Okay, we'll look at that next.
Okay.
Miss Lively and her team's predictable declaration of victory is false. So let's be clear about the latest ruling. This is Baldoni's attorney.
Okay.
The court has invited us to amend 4 out of 7 claims against Miss Lively, which will showcase additional evidence and refined allegations. This case is about false accusations of sexual harassment and retaliation and a non-existent smear campaign. The statement continued, with the facts on our side, we march forward with the same confidence that we had when Miss Lively and her cohorts initiated this battle and look forward to her forthcoming deposition, which I will be taking. Ooh. And listen to this, dude. Friedman ended his statement by thanking the internet sleuth community who continue to cover the case with discernment and integrity.
Well done, internet sleuths.
Dude. Candace is a fucking genius, okay? She figured out, she has courted all of them. Like, she's like, ladies, she's like, mommy bloggers and internet sleuths, you guys are my people. I got you. You find good stuff. You send it to me. I will put it on. Yeah. And she does. And she throws shouts out to all of them. And she's like, this
smart lady.
She is brilliant.
She really is.
We have to be friends with them.
Yes.
We have to. I told Aaron, next time I'm going to be in Nashville, if he's going to be in Nashville at the same time, he's got to put me at a table with Candace's husband. Perfect. So that, like, even though like married 3 kids, like I can't be all, put me in the room with his wife, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the way this goes. Hey guys, if you're not if you're not conservatives, I just want you guys to know that is the correct way you do this. Public figure who is married with 4 kids to her business partner, smaller public figure in the same lane, married with 3 kids. I don't go, hit up Candace, bro. See if she can meet me at a hotel so we can meet each other. It's like you meet the husband and then you set it up like a gentleman.
That is the appropriate way to do that, yes.
You need permission from the man who owns her marriage-wise, okay? Like he doesn't like own her, but as far as a new dude who wants to meet her, she's his.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but owns not the right term.
Okay, that's fair. But she's his.
Okay.
That's how a respectful person navigates introductions if a dude's married to a pretty lady. You think that like if some dude's like, hey, hit up Gabrielle so that like I can do lunch with her. I'd be like, oh, is that right, dude? The whole reason.
It's just the respectful thing to do.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Regardless of who owns who.
Her ex-boyfriend from high school. I have endless respect for this dude because when the fucking producers of our show,
our wedding show,
a
reality show,
they wanted him to agree to be on the show, and he was trying to do it in secret. They're like, don't tell them, because they wanted to like ambush us. They were gonna pay him 2 G's to come in and ambush and pretend to be in love with her, whatever. And he immediately, I'd never met him. He calls Gabrielle. He's like, hey, is Jesse with you? And he's like, hey man, he's like, nice to meet you. They called me, whatever. And he asked my permission to participate. And I was like, that dude's solid.
He's a good man.
That dude is solid.
Yep.
And it was right. When I ended up meeting him, he was solid. Mm-hmm. All of my friends afterwards that hung out with him, they were like, dude, she might have married the wrong guy, man.
We have mad love for him. Yeah, he's a good one.
All right. Anyway, so the court has invited us to amend forward, yada, yada. Okay. So it was yet another chapter, nearly year-long feud. Okay. So let's see this one though. Cause I'm curious if like Taylor's actually on her team, or if, cause, that, when Baldoni subpoenaed Taylor Swift's father went
He's the one who was the source.
Correct. Went to tell Baldoni's team, and he's like, we'll give you whatever you want. Just back off Taylor. And they're like, we don't want Taylor, man. Like, we want them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Blake Lively to subpoena Scooter Braun in latest legal move after Justin Baldoni's lawsuit dismissed. Now, so you got to ask yourself, is she an enemy of Taylor Swift now because they threw her under the bus in this case, which they 100% did? Or was this like a double cross where Taylor pretended to throw them under the bus, whatever, and so like they're trying to get back in good graces, or you know what I mean? I think most likely they are now enemies, but who knows?
I mean, isn't she? She's like the godparents of. Well, Taylor's the godparent of their kids, right? Mm-hmm. So crazy.
She was, I wouldn't be down to hang with someone if they were like, listen, Jesse on Fire is one of my dragons. And so like, I just want you to know
so weird
that if I ask him to fucking destroy your career, he would. And I'm like, well, I would, but only, I don't like you saying that out loud.
I would have.
Depending on the situation, I would have thrown my support behind you if it came at the destruction of someone that deserved it.
Right.
But you can't put that in writing and call me one of your dragons.
Make fake claims and want me to stand beside you.
Yeah, I'm certainly not doing that.
Yeah.
You make a fake claim on somebody, you can deal with that on your own. Yeah. Okay, so she's going to subpoena Scooter Braun. Both Braun and Braun's K-pop corporation
will be. What the heck is a K-pop corporation?
I think that he is behind that K-pop. Like,
I don't know what K-pop is.
I'm pretty sure it's like a Korean band.
Oh, K-pop. Yeah, Korean.
Right?
Yeah.
K-pop. Let's see. I think if I
remember.
Popular. Yeah, these girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe it's like an entire.
It's a genre. Yeah. Go back one page. It says it at the top.
Look at that, dude. It's all. Hey, which one is your favorite? You're all. My favorite. They're all these identical twins that we have just put one in a different wig, and then like this one's. Hey, do you like pink headband? Peace sign or pearls. You know, like the differentiators are literally like they are these are identical twins.
I mean, that is so racist.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that these girls do not look ridiculously similar. Okay,
they look very much alike, but it's clear that they have different features to me.
Well, this one has a different nose than this one.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, they are very similar and they're all very pretty.
Yes.
Carbon copy clones of each other.
Okay.
It's not racist.
Okay. All the Korean stars look the same. Lord help us now. All right.
And that's how you bait comments, okay? That's how you bait the comments.
Mm-hmm.
My funniest joke of this entire year, which is so funny, actually, that I'm going to derail this entire conversation.
Oh, my gosh. We started over so we would stay on track.
No. Yeah, but we've already given a lot of, information.
Okay.
So, okay, this is, in my opinion, the funniest joke that I have made in the last month or so, is in this Kourtney Kardashian video that I did.
Okay.
Because I sent it to Christian and I was like, because I just remembered being like, I think this one's really funny. And I sent it to him and then I watched it and I hit one of the funniest jokes in the first 90 seconds. Where is it, dude? Where do you see Kourtney Kardashian somewhere? Kourtney Kardashian. There it is.
There.
Bam. Okay. Ready? Do you guys think that Gabrielle will laugh in the first 60 seconds of this video? Take your bets. Well, another day, another celebrity that had gotten assaulted at a Diddy party. And this time it's a Kardashian. And I'm gonna be honest, dude, I had heard rumors about a different Kardashian getting assaulted by Diddy, actually, although not really sure if it was assaulted or if it was a willing exchange. That one would be Kim Kardashian. And I heard some stories about someone walking in on her and Diddy dry humping her, and he's all, "Yeah, you like that, Kim?" She's all, "What do you think, Diddy? Are you kidding me? Of course I like that. You're black." And he was like, "That's right, I am black. So usually I like black."
Wow.
I think that guy has the funniest sense of humor ever.
You and him are just on the same page.
There's
all the
something
time.
about his jokes that just hit dead center of the target, man. He's so funny, dude. When I haven't watched something in a while and I forget all my jokes and I watch them back so they're new.
Oh, I know. I hear you laughing at yourself.
I cry laughing at my own jokes sometimes, dude. That's a good one, dude. Come on.
So good.
All right, so
I'm really glad we did that.
Wait, where is this? I know. I don't want anyone to get
right there. K-pop.
I don't want anyone to get confused.
Will be served subpoenas on Thursday, June 12th, as first reported by Deadline. Why do you always do this when I'm trying to read it? You always clip off half the screen.
Why do you think?
I don't know.
To confuse
All right.
you.
Per the outlet, the subpoenas will seek documents regarding crisis PR manager Melissa Nathan, who was previously named as a co-defendant in Lively's ongoing case against Justin Baldoni, and the work Nathan did for the It Ends With Us actor, 41. Why is the age important? News of the Another Simple Favor actress' last legal move comes 2 days after the judge dismissed the $400 million lawsuit or countersuit that Baldoni previously filed against Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, their publicist Leslie Sloan, and the New York Times.
Why do they not why is no one explaining why the case was dismissed?
Here, maybe it's right there. I'm skipping a paragraph. As we've said from day one, the $400 million lawsuit was a sham, and the court saw right through it, adding that they look forward to the next round, which is seeking attorney's fees, treble damages, and punitive damages from the Wayfair.
So they're like, "Oh, hey, we are coming for your money. All the dollars we had to spend to defend this, we're coming for it." That's hilarious. Good luck with that.
Let's see. I think that Justin is a person who wants to be vindicated, and that's all he cares about. The attorney continued in part. He knows who he is. He knows what he's done. He knows what he hasn't done, and he wants the truth to come out, and he wants to do that in the appropriate way. He's waiting for his day in court where he can speak out and tell the truth.
Wait. They're trying to say that he doesn't care about the $400 million. He's all I want is for people to know I didn't do this. You didn't want the $400 million when it looked like you were going to win this case at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The end. As for Swift's longtime bond with Lively, a source told People on June 3rd that the two women are working towards being on good terms, but their friendship isn't the same as it was before. They aren't as close as they and haven't been spending as much time together as they did in the past, the insider said.
Hey, let me tell you something. If they are waiting to see how the public takes Blake Lively and they're all, listen, she might come out of this unscathed. Good fucking luck with that. Okay. You don't want to be pictured in it. Like, your relationship publicly with them is finished, because the fact that this happened is going to make people hate her 10 times more.
Yep. She's a good actress, though.
Look at Gabrielle already cracked.
We should ask her too. I know. Are we going to keep this
This is where we're going to go to the original first half of the video. So enjoy. All right. Play with matches is ready. All the way back.
Hi.
You always just have to do that to her, dude. Ugh. Otherwise, she'll be like, hang on, leebity boop, leebity boop, leebity boop.
I got things to do. I'm a busy woman.
Anyway, so we're talking Blake Lively tap dancing on Justin Baldoni as this case got dismissed by a judge. And apparently, though, look at this legal fight is not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
The gift that keeps on giving.
It is that. But what's insane, okay, let me tell you what's insane about this.
What's insane?
Why hasn't Candace gone live since this happened? Okay, like, Candace, I know you're on maternity leave. What?
Someone tag her. Send this to her.
Oh, you think she doesn't know, dude?
No, I said our video.
Asking,
because obviously, you know, we're important.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, Candace, I'm the one who, through your ad broker, said I wanted to put us on your new network that doesn't exist. And then your husband was like, we're actually not starting a new network. And then you brought it up on your show. That's us.
If you could just go live about Justin and Blake, we'll call it square.
That's us. Yeah. All I want to know, what do you think, dude?
What are your thoughts?
You're way smarter than me. And
let's share our thoughts.
Well, I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are.
I bet you will.
Pure corruption. Okay? Like, here's the deal, dude. Like, I do the opposite of what Candace does, which is Candace, because she knew she could get to Taylor Swift, and she doesn't like bullies, dude. She hates bullies. She's a bully killer.
Likes bullies, but yes.
But she's a bully killer.
She's a sheepdog.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, so am I. But she specifically has targeted Taylor Swift and Blake Lively because she's always said that Taylor Swift is a bully. But Blake Lively, when she worked in PR, she's like, my boss said that she is the cruelest, like, worst.
That's what my mom said about Lucille Ball.
Yeah?
She said she was awful.
I mean, a lot of them are, dude.
Like, when I was little and, you know, I Love Lucy was on Nick at Night, my mom would be like, turn that off. I cannot watch that woman. I hate her. Because she flew on Mom's airline a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pose you a question like this. So in ancient Egypt,
okay,
just as an example, just as an example of like of an ancient civilization,
right? Got it.
Where people were born into a level of royalty where they were thought they were living gods, right? What do you think that they were like by the time they were 20? By the
time they were 2, but yeah.
But that's what I mean. When they were 20 years old and they were interacting with other people who were
not
of a different,
gods.
who are not gods, where everyone their entire life has run around like this, like, look at the floor. They're all, like, you know, the way that you talk to a dog. Okay.
I don't talk to dogs like that, but sure.
I'm sorry. You don't talk to dogs like that?
No.
If a dog does something wrong, you don't go,
if
hey,
they're wrong. I don't just tell them to look.
Go to your bed.
Go to your bed. Oh, I miss our dogs.
That was our dog. Like, if the dog did something bad, we'd be like, go to your bed. And they would have, you know, they'd go to their bed and just sit there and look at us. They'd get time out in their bed.
I'm saying I don't just do that on a whim like I feel these ancient Egypt demigods would.
What I mean is, I think they probably had high standards for what was expected. Like, if someone did exactly what they wanted, they probably didn't yell at them.
You say jump, they say how high.
Exactly.
Right.
Your whole life. Okay.
Yes.
So I think that some of these stars have had an identical life experience, you know, where especially someone like her who's like grown up in Hollywood royalty, where her parents were Hollywood royalty, and then she becomes a star when she's young. And even in the limited amount of but still,
I think that power turns people into more of like who they actually are
100%.
in their soul. I mean, there are plenty of celebrities who have been treated like that their entire lives, and they're wonderful, loving, kind, gracious people.
Yes, you're right.
And then there are some that turn into assholes.
I 100% agree with that. Like, I like to believe that there is no scenario where I would have turned into that because I'm too empathetic, dude. And I care too much about how people feel about me, you know?
Yes.
Like, even people that it shouldn't matter to me, it does, you know? I'm not sure if there's anybody where it, like, shouldn't matter, but there are people where it shouldn't matter. And it's like, fuck, man,
Yeah, I really don't care about people that shouldn't matter, but I'm not, like, outwardly mean to them. I just don't care.
Well, okay, if people are assholes, I'm not talking about them, but I mean, like, you know, I don't know if there's some kind of misunderstanding with like the bus boy at a restaurant, you know, like I could probably just let that slide, but I'm like, oh shit, man,
I feel like
he's gonna think I'm an asshole, man.
Yeah, I feel like that matters.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I don't care about people in the comments are all, Jesse, you have a tiny penis, and I'm like, geez, he's gonna think I have a small penis. Okay, I'm not talking about them, dude. All right.
Because that's objectively not true.
Hey, you heard it here first. Did I say we were waiting for Friday? I take it back. Tomorrow night it's on. Look, she just talked her way into an extra night this week, you guys. Okay, so anyway.
Where are we going with this?
We're going to, like, Candace wanted Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, and her way of doing it was to elevate Justin Baldoni into this amazing man who was just a soft little puppy who was trying to do all the right things.
He was a victim
Look
of
at this
Blake's
guy.
meanness.
Look in his eyes.
No, he's smart.
He's smart in the
Sly
worst
like a
way.
Fox.
Yeah, but he's like sly in a way that I don't like
sly
or respect.
Sly is not a good word. If you're sly, you're like slimy.
Sly is dishonest.
Yeah, like a fox.
Like,
yes.
Okay. I'm sorry that I'm sorry we have to do this, you guys.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry we have to do this.
What are we doing?
This is what this show is. Okay. I think fox. I think smart animal, sees traps coming. Okay, and is good at setting traps while not. Like, I don't think. Like, I think of that. Hey, that dude's like a fox. I think of that as a compliment.
Oh, it's not a compliment.
Really?
It's objectively not. Well, I mean, y'all weigh in.
Fly like a fox?
Yeah.
You think that's not a compliment?
I mean, I don't use it as a compliment. I use it as like foxes are like sneaky and tricksy and they're like advantage takers.
You mean dishonest. You mean like Machiavellian dishonest.
Not like dishonest, but opportunistic, like.
Okay, that's fair. Gabrielle.
Sorry, it's time to pick up.
She has her alarm on to pick up the children during the summer when they don't even have school.
I mean, I left it on because I am supposed to go to them and students.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They're fine.
It's true.
Our kids are basically living at jiu-jitsu right now, but it's.
They have jiu-jitsu.
To me, it's not a compliment, but I'm curious what y'all think. Maybe.
Yeah. Do you guys think
it's
of
just
like
how my mom always used it, but she's also been known to not use
appropriately use
correctly sometimes. So maybe I grew up with a wrong understanding of it.
I am actually interested in what everybody says to that, because anyway, it doesn't matter. Bottom line is,
it matters to me.
What I see in him is a fundamentally dishonest person. Like, and I mean dishonest about he might tell you the truth about what time he got home or, you know, whether or not he talked to this person or whatever. I'm talking about the entirety of what he presents to the world is completely fundamentally dishonest, which is that is the trait that I respect least in people. Okay. Now, I don't know if
here we go. Sly like a fox is an idiom that means someone is very clever, cunning, and deceitful, often in a negative way. They're known for their resourcefulness and trickery.
It's a smile. I'm sorry. A simile comparing a person's behavior to a way a fox is known to be resourceful and trickery.
The phrase has been used for centuries to describe someone who is good at getting what they want through trickery or by deceiving others, based on the fox's reputation for being a cunning hunter and clever animal in general.
Okay, that's fair.
Fly like a fox.
I will, what's the word?
You will concede?
I will concede.
Yes.
I will give you that one then.
Awesome.
So what?
Got one.
Yeah, so I am not that. Like, what I mean is, okay, so the way that I think of it. The way that I was, like, the trait that I was trying to describe. God, our show's so awesome. Hey, this show's about Justin. We can't, and then we've talked about nothing so far. If you're like, get to the point. This is not the show for you. This is not the show for you. I have another channel,
but if you want to weigh in and chat with us, this is the place.
Because we respond to every single comment.
Really try.
On Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. If you know, we've kind of got like a routine for when we're responding to comments.
Okay. All right. So
like people buy Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. Did you hear about that?
No.
Something like she's selling bathwater and it sold out, and then people were reselling it on eBay for $2,000. Just selling bathwater.
I'm in the wrong market.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, let me market our show. Gabrielle is butt naked every single time she responds to one of your comments. Every time. Literally every time.
A very
99.5% of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you get a response from, Play with Match's account, it's her, unless I have notated otherwise. And she is definitely stark naked when she did it. Okay, anyway. So.
Feeling very close to y'all right now. Go ahead.
That's hot. What? Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Okay, so like what I was like referencing was more like.
What are we talking about?
What I respect is a person who can predict a person's behavior, predict what the stimulus that you deliver to them is going to do to them, like where you can maneuver. Perfect example would be
like a fox.
Yeah, but would you think of me as a fox when we were broken up and I, was like, oh, I'm probably not going to be able to get home tonight in time.
Fox-like behavior.
Fucking genius.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. It's like a compliment, but like an underhanded compliment. Yeah.
Someone had to, hey, you think that you're controlling this situation and you're not. Slide like a fox. Anyway, okay, so here's the deal.
He even looks like a fox.
Everyone who has paid even a little bit of attention to this case knows Blake lied, right? I mean, is there any misunderstanding here? Blake lied. She said that he had essayed her, or well, I don't know if they said assaulted, but like, I mean, very close. Some of it had to do with their sex scenes or whatever. Oh, he wouldn't use the like, I guess there's like the shield or whatever
for the going down scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the fact that they do that is, I guess it's not that weird, really. But like a clear shield, like it's like a condom.
Maybe it's not clear. Who freaking knows? I don't know.
I know that Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton in Monsters Ball
did not use the shield.
Bro, they fucking
no.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. They both won Oscars for that movie, and like when you watch that, like they went all in on that movie. Like
so you just assumed that they were having sex?
Billy Bob and her both. He said that we had agreed in advance we were not going to something about like he said it basically like he's like we were playing these characters and we weren't going to be weird about our bodies or whatever. And it's like
I don't know that means they had sex.
No, it does. This has been verified. Like this isn't like I'm not speculating. They had sex doing the scene.
Right on. Method acting.
Yeah.
Whole new level. Okay.
It's kind of like
crazy.
It's not like crazy exactly. I mean, like,
crazy.
Is it that much different than like you're both butt naked? Like literally, it's a difference of like you're both butt naked.
Yeah.
And
someone's body being inside of your body is different than your body being next to someone's body.
Then you're slapping your pelvis against their back, and you're like instead it's just kind of going like this instead of like.
I think it's different.
I mean, it's different, but it's not like that different.
I think it's that different.
That's because you're a girl.
Yes.
To boys.
Yes.
Sex, whatever.
Mine is the body that someone else's body would be in. Yes, it's very different.
Yeah. It'd be weird.
What?
Is in scenes like that where I'm sure this has to have happened, is in scenes like that where, you're taking all the precautions, but then the actor just like
slips or something.
Just is like,
finishes?
Yeah.
Oh,
that has to have happened.
I'm sure.
That has to have happened.
For sure. Has to.
Like, I mean, when guys are young, like I've heard that.
Oh, our child's texting me. Hold on. She probably wants to know if I'm going to pick her up.
Oh, no, it's a new house.
Oh, our little tiny realtor.
We'll look at that after.
Yeah.
Like I have heard of dudes finishing before like anybody even made contact with that part of their body. It's like that never happened to me, thank God. But it's like, you like they grab a boob and then they're all, oh, shit. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I'm not even going to ask you, but anyway, neither here nor there. Let's just move on. All right. So Justin Baldoni's suit against Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, has been dismissed. She isn't done fighting her claims against her It Ends With Us director and co-star, and Baldoni isn't done fighting back. So she, for clarity, and I, could have, this is one of those videos that anyone who's not seen our channel before is way gone. They're like,
maybe they're not gone.
Maybe they're not.
They like our crazy.
I just like to point out how funny it is, like how long we take to get to the point. But anyway, so one of the things that
it's Giselle.
Okay, but why are we talking to her?
Because I was supposed to maybe be there in 10 minutes. So I was telling her no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so but like it's like when this case got dismissed on the Baldoni side, right?
Okay.
She had actually the previous week dropped 2 of the main claims that she had against him. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You know what I just decided?
What?
We're going to leave this whole show, but this is the end of the show. We're going to go back and now we're going to actually film about the story itself because I think this actually might get a lot of new people to click on it.
Okay.
So we're going to actually do this where we tell the story. And then if we have captured attention, they can get all the way to here where they find out that she is butt naked when she is responding to comments and that sometimes actors jizz on themselves by accident. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. You're the best. Love you guys.
Bye.